The artists and best in gospel reggae music. Don't touch it down.
Spreading the message of hope to everyone. We are Hope 103.1 FM Grenada. Music, vibes, and energy. This is the Link Up every Saturday on Hope 103.1 FM.
Pleasant good afternoon to everyone. This is again another episode of Link Up Saturday. Here in the studio is Foresight alongside DJ Saby.
Now this is
We hope and trust that you have a wonderful day.
the artists and best in gospel reggae music.
From the beginning of time, you spoke your word. You gave us your word. Yes, you did. And I know the sun wouldn't shine without your word. We need your word. Yes, we need it. Moses saw our
So wherever you're listening to us
and your voice was heard. He fought
through YouTube, Facebook, all the people on Radio Land,
by night.
even on the website,
Light.
we want to say good afternoon to everyone.
Alright, just like Noah, like Elijah, speak your word over me. In the days of Solomon, with so much wisdom, speak your word, speak your word.
What's wrong with some Christians walking around with no authority? I want to know what is wrong with believers running away scared of the enemy. But Daddy appoint me, I'm me with a sword and tell me child go through with no fear. My father equipped me, I'm me with his word and tell me go through. So I coming through with no fear. I go afraid of naughty man, so afraid to walk your man, I call for tears. I so afraid of no bad face, so afraid of wickedness, I call for tears. So when I sing, the enemy must sing it, and I sing in my anointing. And when I worship, the enemy must go, 'cause I worship in anointing. I want to know why appointed Christians trying to get away from their calling. I want to know why anointed believers living the work for higher labor. But Daddy appoint me, I'm me with a sword and tell me child go through with no fear. My father equipped me, I'm me with his word and tell me go through. So I coming through with no fear. I go afraid of naughty man, so afraid to walk your man, I call for tears. I so afraid of no bad face, so afraid of wickedness, I call for tears. So when I sing,
So anyone who has been celebrating a birthday,
I sing in my anointing.
an anniversary,
When I
or just maybe even something special,
must go, 'cause I
we want to say happy birthday to those who have been celebrating their birthday during the week. Even if your birthday is today, we want to tell you happy birthday, happy anniversary.
Come on, believe us, like we root up Jesus.
Remember, you can stay connected with us.
The hand of the enemy. We father appoint,
You can WhatsApp us.
with a sword, and so children go through.
You can even send in a comment. Let us know where you're listening to us from.
I must with his
sit and I testify.
So if you know God has been so good to you, it's just blessing and favor over you. You may not even understand it. It's just something that you don't deserve. But that's just God.
God have been so good to me. Yes, it on me sit and I testify. Look your glory all on my face, and it's all because of your grace. Grace, yes. But some people don't understand me. They call me unruly and rowdy. They don't like the way me attire. But all the things them I say it no matter. But when I think about how he saved me, or when I think about how he raised me, it's a feeling I get that I can't control. It's the blessing of a God have been so good to me, nobody can understand me. Favor over me. All of the things that you do, you never cease to amaze me. Yes.
Seek ye first the kingdom of God and all his righteousness, and all this will be added to you. Godly wisdom. But like the place turned upside down, everybody turn wrong. Godly wisdom. Say we need it now, we have to save this generation. Godly wisdom. Say like the place turned upside down, everybody turn wrong. Godly wisdom. Say them seeking everything else and not seeking the sun. Boom. Say me talking the truth, man. Wisdom me love from me was a little youth, man. So me pick up the book, man. Scriptures me have as my foundation, and me pray like Solomon, seeking God for the knowledge and wisdom, and him go give impartation. Hear what my God say, boom, heap and pile, heap and pile. God give me the knowledge in a heap and boom, heap and pile, heap and pile, heap and pile. From you a curious child, heap and pile, heap and pile. God give me the wisdom in a
If anybody lacking any wisdom,
heap and pile. God
just ask God.
heap and go. But like the place turn upside down, everybody turn wrong.
Godly wisdom.
So we need it now, we have to save this generation.
I wait
Them
till the
like
Lord
the
and
place
renew
upside
my
down,
strength.
everybody turn round.
I will mount up with the wings
Let
like
them seek
eagles
everything.
every fly. So I got a peace and a choices, Holy Spirit take over. New confidence is Holy Spirit take over. Rising above says Holy Spirit take over. So high. Worry is goodbye death, goodbye anything causing me stress, goodbye malice, goodbye hate, anything compromising my faith, goodbye jealousy, goodbye lust, goodbye confusion and distrust. I'm at a new level in Jesus, I'm at a new level in Jesus. Watch me now, see how I soar like an eagle, no longer at pigeon level, rise above situation in Christ Jesus, I am more than able. I am feeling so high, in Jesus I am high.
Tell me.
Who are the top of your list? Top of the top of your list.
Who are the top of your list?
Some of them boy them a chant.
So we want to ask you a question. What is on the top of your list? Who are the top of your list?
Station, who is your number one? Is Jehovah your number one?
To really make sure that God is your number one.
Tell me.
Make sure he's on the top of your list.
Top of the top of your list.
Who are the top of your list?
Some of them boy them a chant. Put God first in everything. That is more than a slogan. Time for some meditation. Who is your number one? Is Jehovah your number one?
Question.
Who at the top of your 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 list?
Tell me.
What is your number one? Is the Bible your number one?
Question.
What at the top of your top of your top of your top of your top
Come
of
let
your
we go down the road, let we go down. Come let we go down the road, let we go down. Come let we go down the road, let we go down. Come let we go down the
Anybody had a little Damascus experience, boy?
When I go down Damascus, tell them we change now. Done rearrange now.
Anybody had this kind of Damascus experience, boy?
Go down the road, let we go down. Come let we go down the road, let we go down. Come let we go down the road, let we go down. Come let we go down Damascus road. My name and my actions all I change on a whole. When I go down Damascus road, used to shut down, then me walk on gold. When I go down Damascus road, used to be hard, now me break on gold. When I go down Damascus road, things I used to be hot for and now cold. When I go down Damascus road, life is saving. All on the one that shed his blood for we. No time wasting, a long journey we bracing this storm to God in my life, we are walking different, my talking changes. I had this encounter, leaving my cares and sins by the altar. Also now you know, say my name and my actions, all I change on a whole. When I go down Damascus, God done bless me already. God done bless me, 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 what?
Yes. People. So Saby, what one boy?
Well, boy, I can't complain, you know. I mean, you know, I was kind of feeling like a whole yesterday, but as I tell you, as soon as, you know, as soon as you get involved,
Yeah.
all them kind of feeling does go away, yeah?
Yeah. Yes, indeed, boy. But what kind of good news they have for the people, boy?
You know, I always have good news, you know.
Yeah.
You know, from you have the Spirit of the Lord inside of you, must have good news. And the good news I have for the people out there today is that Jesus Christ is the answer to all your problem.
Yes.
Simple. You understand? Hey, whether you're saved or unsaved, Christ is the answer.
Yeah.
So just trust him today, you know, commit everything to him, and watch Jesus do it for you.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
Nothing too hard for him to do.
Man.
Nothing.
Yeah, man. To make the impossible situation
Possible, yeah.
Understand?
Make a way where it seems like there is none.
Yeah, but
Understand?
Yeah. And then everything else will fail, but you know God never fail, eh?
At all. God will never fail.
Yeah.
Never fail me, never fail you. You understand?
He's the same yesterday, today,
And forever. Forever the same.
Yeah, he unchangeable.
From since the beginning of time, God never change.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, man.
So much people just change.
Oh, yeah, but
Yeah.
for that,
Human just change.
I don't change too, bro.
Yeah, me
Why?
too. And it's so easy, yeah? It's so easy for people to change, boy. You ever wonder like how it's so easy for people to change, Zach, boy?
Right.
I find real, it's like an easy thing, boys.
No, I do.
Like real fast.
Yeah. Alright, they do, but that's okay. You know,
Yeah.
I move different, you know.
From no one.
Yeah, I know how to move now, you know.
Yeah. You ever been in a situation like that where sometimes you thought you're somebody's friend, and whenever there is like a little disagreement, a little falling out or something, right? And then it's like, bruh, boy, everything just changed. You wonder, you know, like, well, wait now. But I was, you know, it's like a partner of mine post a scripture. What if you find out that you say not scripture, he post a post.
Yeah.
Well, the question he asked was, what if you find out you've been a fool before? What would you do?
A fool?
Yeah. But what if you find out that you've been fooled?
Oh, yeah.
Rather, we
fool.
change it and say, what if you find out that you've been fooled?
Okay.
You know? Like, you're there and you're on somebody, you're supposed to be cool and thing, and you're thinking, well, you know, we and you're good and something happened all of a sudden, but you realize the person switch on you.
Yeah.
So what if you find out you're being fooled all the time?
Yeah, bro. You go hot, and that kind of position, right? You know, especially when you really trust
Yeah.
that person to the kind of full listener.
Yeah.
And all the time you're living a lie.
Whole lie.
Yeah. Who's you, boy? Like,
You thought that was my friend.
yeah, boy. Living a whole lie.
I always say, watch, friends, family, boy, listen, all of us just follow. You know? Yeah, someday something might happen and you might not like how I flex. But if you're my true friend now, you ain't gonna deal with me like, alright, the situation caused you to separate yourself from me and say, check us in. Yeah.
But see, too, even both of us could be friends. Right, but I should be able to accept, you know, like criticism. I could be able to accept correction and stuff like that. But some people
can't take it.
Maybe it not can't take it. Maybe too is how the person bring it to them too. That have a lot to play with it too.
I find, Jen, if I'm wrong, or if I have like this morning, for example, one of my friends, well, I had this client that she ain't owning up to her responsibilities and so on. So it so happened like my one of my friends from our company, you know, they decided that no, I sent a message for the person and I tell them they need to own up to their responsibilities, right? Because the company ain't taking the thing lightly. So if you don't do what you have to do, you know, and the person tell me the situation, then take, but later on though, my friend was like, well, you act like if you don't involve in the picture, you take out the company, you take out yourself and you put the company to make it look like if it is, you know. See, but that wasn't my intention.
Yeah.
So I say, you know, I apologize.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just, humility, I just humble on myself and I apologize because I understand where she's coming from.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't, even though honestly that was not my intention.
Yeah.
But that sometimes it's not your intention to do something and somebody see it that way.
Yeah.
If a friend tell you that and it wasn't your intention, then not because you know it's not your intention don't mean that you're just acting, you know, in a form and act like if, well, it didn't matter anyway because I know I didn't mean that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So some friends would tell you how it is, you know. I was like, wow, she actually tell me that, boy. Yeah, like I didn't feel no how, to be honest. I felt real good for somebody just tell me just like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
But some other person will take it like, wow, is your scene?
Yeah, but you see, and it's how you tell them to. It's how you go about doing it. Like I say, like you could come in a kind of rowdy kind of manner, kind of thing. Like when you tell somebody something, you know, tell them, you know, something. When you're correcting them, try to do it in love. Love should be the key of everything and stuff like that. But yeah, so yeah, boy. Yeah. So for me, if I have a friend and if I do like a wrong thing now, yeah, you know, you could tell them about it. Yeah.
Tell me.
Tell them about it now.
Tell me. There's a scripture in the Psalms that talks about friendship. I think it says something along the line like faithful are the wounds of a friend or something like that. I don't know if you could find it, but something along the line now.
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly what he said, but he was talking about the wounds of a friend. And it's like a friend will tell you how it go. You understand?
Yeah.
There is like, yes, you might feel a how, but when a friend tell you how it go, at least you know you're safe. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you ever feel like you was right in your own self, whatever it is, you feel like, alright. So you say what you say to somebody and then the person take offense by it. Yeah. And then what? You just decide because you're right, you refuse to apologize and say, well, I'm sorry. Nah, man.
Yeah.
If the person feel like how it's because maybe sometimes it's them, but just for peace sake, you just have to take a different stance. You know?
Proverbs 27.
Yeah.
6.
We say
faithful are the wounds of a friend, but the kisses of an enemy are deceitful.
So you see, and that's what has happened most times there. The fake friends, people who are your enemies are the ones sometimes that they refuse to tell you the truth sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, they worry about if it will hurt the friendship.
And
they will still stay and talk about things in the back. They will still say, as much as they will still talk about it, but not tell you about it.
Yeah. Once you have an enemy, right? Once you have an enemy, no matter what you seem like your enemy do, like it always be deceitful because your enemy is your enemy.
Very true.
Just like the devil, you know, the devil, you go give it and you will feel like, alright, well, that nice man, that's nice, but it's deceit.
Yeah.
Deceit.
It's always deceit where the enemy is concerned.
Yeah.
A whole bag of deceit.
Yeah, he's our enemy. And he don't want to see no good for us, but yeah. So
what are you thinking now?
Alright, well, scripture of the day, boy. Psalms 19:2. And it says, I will say to the Lord, my refuge and my fortress, my God in
whom I trust.
Yeah, but yes indeed, and a lot of scriptures, you know, even highlight God being our refuge. And when we look in terms of the word refuge is like a hiding place now. You know, a hiding place, you know, like when you have disasters and stuff and things like that. You know, and it's like a shelter.
Right.
You understand? So, you know, God is our refuge. You know, like no matter what disaster may come, or no matter what danger may come or trouble may come, He's our refuge. He's our hiding place.
Yeah. When you think about a refuge, right, you know, and a fortress, these are two deep words. I think some time back I had looked into that, and what I recognize is like a refuge is like a place, like a fort. Is embodied that place. You go into that place where you find refuge. So it's like a big concrete place. You ever see like in those old kind of Greek movie, you'd realize a kingdom sometimes is like hidden by this big wall, and they have all their defense mechanisms, you know, whatever it is. Even when they launch an attack, sometimes it's from inside. Yeah. And you see they have this big thing with a fireball and fire just going out. But they're well protected by this wall. When the wall come down, then the enemy could basically, the enemy plan is still for retreat. So when they send the attack also, sometimes it's to send it over the wall or to try to damage the wall altogether to make a path to get to the people in there and then do what they have to do.
And the good thing about God is, you know, like in terms of when you're describing the wall, you see, naturally, we're able to break down and this and that, no matter what disaster comes. But you know, God, his refuge cannot
be penetrated.
Yeah.
No matter what the enemy tries.
Once they're in a hiding place, then you're safe.
You're
the only how you could get attacked if you come out from the hiding place.
So you leave from where you have that security and you decide you're going on. I'm going out. Going out. Once you decide to do that,
that way danger. That way you meet up danger. So yes, indeed, Christ is our refuge and our fortress. You know, in Him will I trust.
And that's the thing. You can't trust in man. Because man definitely will fail you. You know, so much time people put their trust in man. It's amazing when you see people putting their trust in man. Like, okay, someone decides to trust in the arm of flesh. The arm of flesh fail them. But it's like they expected the arm of flesh to be like God now. And when that don't happen, you know what happens in the end? They will turn and blame God. Right? It's amazing. When you have people blaming God for the faults of men. And the faults of men sometimes, it's like, you know, you expect man to fail you. But yet still, because man confess God, and man's supposed to live a particular way, some people put their trust in man for that reason. So like somebody might look at me and say, or you and say, well, Zach is a Christian, or Sabazan is a Christian, so you're supposed to be a man of integrity and so on. And we do get that. But at the same time, you don't know what's going on in my heart. You don't know what I've been through and how I would respond to certain situations. You understand? Even me sometimes don't even know how to respond. A lot of things and factors could cause you to respond a particular way. And then so you may create disappointment to the people who look up to you. And in so doing, these people know, I mean, we call to shine our light, don't get me wrong. We have to be light. We have to be able to represent, and you know, we say it's Christ is Christ. But the point I'm making is that man are flaws, man are false. You understand? So man without God, that's the way. And a man that is not tuned into God would definitely disappoint another human. So you can't just, you see, when your trust is in God, you can't be trusting in man at the same time and looking towards man to do things for you. So that you can say God is doing things for you. Yes, we know God is use man, but just remember the enemy will also use man. You understand? If Christ was who he was, Zach, and the devil tried.
So see, God is unchangeable. He cannot change. He cannot change. But the thing is, man will always change. Man will always change.
Switch up on you. In an instant. As soon as things seems as though you're not going in some man way. No, some people don't have no integrity. Some people don't have no they just, it's all about themselves. They're just selfish. And it could happen to anybody. It's just that you have to make that stand, you know. Because sometimes everybody could have a, let me say, quote unquote, a bad day. And that's what I was telling you.
You're moving somebody nice and stuff, and that person just come and talk to you, and a kind of rough day or something. I had so much work to go on. I answer them in a kind of way, you know.
And that's amazing, because if you're not on guard, and that's the thing, as you know, being a man, It's important to be on guard against the tricks of the enemy. You know, be sober, be vigilant, as we talk about in time past. Because the enemy could use, as a man say, devil is so wicked and sly. Use a dog, use a snake, use a fly. You understand? He could use just about anything. If you're not sober, you're not vigilant, you're not paying attention to what's happening, trust me, you could fall prey to some of the attacks of the enemy. And so your light, you're out your light. The light that God says you should shine, the sword that you're supposed to be, you're no longer that to people. You understand?
You just have to be vigilant, as we speak last week. You just have to be real wise and be vigilant at that devil.
So, you know, it's important people could say of the Lord and not of man that you are my fortress, God. You are my strong tower. You're my hiding place. You are my refuge. You are my
shelter.
You understand? My refuge in the time of trouble. People run to for refuge. When a hurricane comes in, you go to a place where you figure you'll be secure, you'll be sound, you know, you will not be damaged.
Because, you know,
by most elements.
Most times when hurricane and stuff come and stuff, you wouldn't
take refuge. Take refuge.
You wouldn't go and stay and, you know, maybe you might look at the outside of the building and so and say, nah, but you see that? When a wind blow,
that will fall long.
So that will fall long. I'm taking chance of body. And some people say, well, the house good now, but I stay downstairs, you know, because so it's like we look and we watch, if the roof fly, thing.
But won't die.
Understand
that? You ain't sure. Even then, no, you still have to take refuge in God.
So watch analyze the whole situation and say, alright, well, that would be the best.
But what that just showed me too is that sometimes people do, they put man in that place too. They look at people and they tend to say, well, that one look like a female. Sometimes do it. Male do it too. They look at a man, a woman, and she might say, well, that's a good prospect. You have this, you have that, you have that. And they feel they're going to be secure, but what you don't understand or what you don't know is the heart of the individual. So you get into that relationship with the person for what they have, expecting them to just give to you because you're in their life. And then you get the biggest disappointment in your life. After it's like, oh, I didn't looking for a man to deal with me like that, or I didn't looking for she to deal with me like that. And then, you know, you become a person who would tend to say, you see me, after that, I don't trust no human being. But you ain't supposed to trust no human being but God. Well, God is not a human being. I say, no, don't trust no human being, trust God.
And the Bible says, you know, the heart of a man is desperately wicked. But
boy,
the heart of us is desperate.
The Holy Ghost makes the difference. And if you don't have the Holy Spirit, trust me, it's only wickedness that we pouring out.
Promise.
Easy.
But you see, and then like I say, I don't know individual thought, you know. Some people can see the nice stuff, but inside the mental, the mind, the dangerous, now they slaying how much people like right now, like some people don't come with murder in real life, but in their mind and stuff and things like that.
They kill people already.
Well, I
hang on.
Maybe I feel I'm murder a lot. In my mind, no joke, but like,
boy.
Hey,
you see that mind? That's another story, you know. Yeah, boy, that mind of ours, that mind, boy, God.
You know, devotion, you know, that was something we were speaking about. Your mind, boy, and just looking on top of your mind, boy, like at the end of the day, you know, you have to set your mind things of God, you know, you have to.
That's important.
Yeah, boy.
You know, today I repented in my mind because, and I guess when we get into the other topic, when we get into the other thing, we'll get to that. But one of the things is sometimes, you know, you say you finish a day, you just go and chill, you go and watch a movie, you know, thinking too much. But when you think about it like that, okay, your mind, your body, think about your body being the Holy Spirit, temple of the Holy Spirit that dwell therein. Now you're supposed to control what you allow to get inside. Your eyes, your ears, they are windows. Your mouth also is a part to you, to your soul, to your, you know, your everything. So, you know, might just be watching a movie with someone shooting and thing and to you. Okay, the question is, okay, is that shooting movie here? Nothing wrong with it. You might say, hey, bloody man, shooting up man and thing, man, chopping man. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, yo, what I'm doing for you? How is that investing in your mind? to make you into a stronger believer or a better person. So some things we might just take like lightly.
Yeah.
It really not adding to our lives. It tells us that we really need to pay attention to what we allow inside of us. No matter how simple things may be.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
The devil really want us to just say, I ain't nothing, man.
Yeah,
I ain't nothing.
We have to guard our heart, guard our
mind. And that's where I get at, basically. You know, so as a person, the feel that you feed yourself with, it will come out. Easy. Anything that goes into your mouth comes out. Yeah. Right? And what goes into your mind will come out of your action too. If you keep feeding your mind them things. Yeah. Even your children. Anyway, I jump in the gun.
Yeah,
let me do that, boy.
Yeah, well, let me jump the gun. But
let me go. Yeah.
Even in children, like, okay, so like, I witnessed like even certain children and thing, right? They grow up in a home, well, minus TV and thing, right? Maybe a single parent home, right? And they normal and stuff and thing. As soon as you send them in daycare and thing,
it's a different scenario.
When they reach home, it's the amount of thing you see they doing and stuff and thing.
You 19.
Yeah. But we digging into even the media and stuff and thing. Like,
always say the effects of media on people in general or on the believer.
Well,
or children,
people
in general.
People, even in church, right? The effect of media in the church, it's good. It's good. You understand? It can be good and it can be bad. Because in this world, everything that have is good. Still, it have bad aspect of it as well. Sylvina, we see you. Good afternoon. Yeah. So like the media in church, right? In terms of media, people can use it. We can reach a lot of people using the media, right? Being able to evangelize more and more. We reach a lot of people and stuff and things like that. You know, we connect with people more and more. Because if you watch in the past, right, and we see the amount of people we reach, you know, like it was kind of limited. But as, you know, media and whole social media and stuff wise, we tend to reach a lot of people. Even this what we do now, radio station, we can connect with people on YouTube, we can throw it all over the world, spreading the gospel and stuff. But still, in doing that, is a sense of you can evangelize more and more and like that. But when you think about like the past, like before, you know, like when you're on, you know, no click and you know typing on your football and you're gonna evangelize and stuff. Like that. Yeah, giving out your tracks, you know, giving out your things and
talking
stuff. Talking to people, the whole one-on-one kind of connection.
Yeah, today is Sylvina birthday. Well, happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday
to you, Sylvina. Passing for cake later, I know you're living now.
Why? Yeah, so passing on give back cake?
Nah, passing for cake, and my birthday.
Alright.
It's your birthday. I hope she have like a malt in the fridge. Yeah. But anyway, we'll talk about after. Sylvina, we'll be calling you after. Let's continue.
So we are speaking about don't build your hope high, but men will disappoint.
Yeah, my God.
Just talk about it. Don't build your hopes high. Don't put your trust in that cake and thing
in the cake and malt.
Yeah.
Alright, brother. I'll take a word from the wise.
Yeah. So remember back then, you know, you had a kind of close connection with each other and stuff and things like that. You know, it's not to say you're reaching out to people through the social media. You're reaching out to people, but you know, it kind of make us a little lazy. You know?
Yeah. I check what I say.
Yeah, it kind of make us a little lazy. But I remember like when I go into church and thing like yeah. Well, COVID and thing come, even COVID and them thing come same, but even before COVID appeared, social media still was front line. Yeah. You understand?
It's like that's a primary place for everybody to evangelize now.
Make us get lazy, but like the whole communication, the whole togetherness, you cannot separate that. Because in a house, your mother and them and thing, upstairs, downstairs, instead of everybody come down talking to each other and stuff and thing like that whole one, seeing that whole facial expression, everything. You're calling one another on your phone and all in the same house, but you're texting one another in the same house. It's like social media. Just come and just bridge that kind of sense of good communication wise by
Well,
Yeah.
I was looking at it from
No, but you have a lot of ways you can look at
Yeah.
it just the same way.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so yeah, I was saying you have a lot of ways you can look at it at the same way because, like I say, social media, the media wise, it can be good and it benefit us in a kind of negative way, just
Yeah.
sometimes. But it just make us lazy as.
But how many effects, negative effects of media, I would say, on a whole, and not just like WhatsApp, but let's look at the social aspect of things, especially what we call social media, in terms of, for example, Instagram. You know, I believe these platforms and so on, they tend to cause people to sometimes measure themselves. They are Christians. If you don't know yourself and you're on these platforms and you want to look like the people that you see. That's one of the things that has happened. People, they don't know that they are fearfully and wonderfully made. God has created you special, and that really hurts a certain generation. We have like persons, young children, maybe 12 years, people up to about 25 or even 30 years, getting hooked on those things. For example, on Instagram, sometimes you just go in the search bar and the amount of negativity you see popping up, it's very offensive to a believer, even as a man like me who is a married man, right? And you're scrolling through and you just see some kind of woman. Everybody wants to be naked. I just don't get it. You understand? I was telling my wife the other day, we were driving through town and I saw a girl. She basically a young child, because she's a young child, but she had nothing covering her nipple and so on. She just have on a jersey. So I was like, babes, so when them thing came into style, I said, you coming down and that? She's like, well, just on your mother. I ain't going to do that at all. You understand? But these young girls and so on these days, because of what they see on social media, they take it like it's norm. It's the normal. You understand? It's like, as I was saying to somebody recently, apparently to wail less is better than to wail more. You understand? And these things, like, where does this thing come from? Even though the thing that's sent for you today, one thing that the prophet was saying in there, he said he found that people tend to dress sometimes based on who they listen to. So and negativity in terms of the media that's portrayed in the media, especially like with the music what you call the industry. You have a lot of young children tuning into those things, the Jamaican music, when I said that, derogatory lyrics, and this is what these children are actually sucking in. And there are some of them, like even the African music also, and it have some derogatory stuff in it again, things that telling people, men, to treat women in a particular way, and this is not what God say we should do. And I mean, the devil package his stuff so nice that youths and even adults are being drawn away, you understand, by these things. And then you have people, I get where you're coming from, but just showing you it from another angle. Right? So for me, one of the things I do is like, okay, Instagram, I doesn't really go on that. Once in a blue moon, I just pass it and it's like, I don't like it, personally speaking. Right? I'm on Facebook, and what I've done over the years, whenever, as I was telling that before, whenever I see somebody, I see, okay, me and your friend on Facebook, I find you only post and stand naked picture, you're having music with bad word and thing, delete. I deleting that, because everything that does not suit my spirit, that doesn't feed me the man that I want to be, I don't want to entertain it. You understand? Another thing you have to pay attention to is, as I was telling Zach that some time past too, is status like on well, forget about TikTok, but let's go on to YouTube. YouTube is at a status thing. The algorithm is built in such a way that if you dislike a certain thing, the algorithm is not going to show it to you. So you just dislike about 10 of a particular thing you saw, and you don't like it. You understand? You not show it to you again. He will give you another thing. Because the whole thing about social media, if you understand it, is to keep people tied and engaged to it. Now, is something wrong with that? I would say no. Something is wrong with the content you're allowing to yourself from social media. If you're taking time to get stuff to be edified by, so you're looking at some preaching, some good music that could, help you to affirm yourself in the Lord and say, who you are in Christ. you're singing about God's healing, you know what I mean? You're bigging up God and so on. That in no way would make your spirit man feel any offense from you, what you are allowing to it. So if after a while you just say, okay, well, anything goes, you're watching anything that come up, then your heart will start changing again. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you have to be like be on guard. You have to guard your heart. You have to guard your mind. Because when you go to worship God sometime now, this is when those ugly monsters and them start to show up. Because them thing on them you look at and listen to, they influenced by the devil himself and some demon. So when time for you to go and praise God, you understand what I'm saying? In come those thoughts of them and these words that you hear. And then you're struggling with yourself inside. It's like, I don't know if you've experienced that before. As a younger Christian, that's something I experienced. You understand? Yeah. And then when that happened to me was when I was living in Guelph. And Carnival time come by. And a real joke. Every day the men play music in the room. And it's like, but I don't want to listen to this. But it's like, there. Let you go church down and a stupid song come up in your head at that time. You understand what I'm saying? Right? But the point is there are people who there are Christians who take the time, set aside 2-3 hours and listen to a set of secular media. Not just music, but watching all kind of funny movie. You understand what I'm saying? And then still expect to be strong in the Lord. Yeah. How will that happen? You know?
Yeah. Social media, like I said, it has a lot of benefit in it. Just the same. Because, we, even here in Hope, we try to spread the message of hope, spread the message of Christ throughout the world. Yeah. Right? That way we can connect to everybody who listen to us, say before listening to us and stuff and things like that. As much as we trying to, push Christ, there will be the next half of it, the devil, how he plan pushing his own agenda just the same way. So it's like a battle of Christ out there, the devil pushing his own agenda and is this kind of toss and thing and to and forth, right? But at the end of the day, like you have certain people like, I didn't know this church was existing and stuff and things, and then they get to know, and every Sunday people listen to the preaching and stuff and things like that. So you build that network, that whole network of Christ. You spread the word of Christ through this. Even like like certain like I say, certain social media, it teaches good things at times, because not everything on the media you look at will be bad, right? Because the fact that we pushing on that is something good, right? But even the way how children, right, is like when if you watch a child now, when children born and stuff and things, like parents and stuff, like from the time the child crying and stuff, get a tablet, take a tablet, look, watch that. And these things are teaching the children and stuff and things. And sometimes when well, I'm not a parent, but as a parent, when you really sit down and really watch and observe that thing on the children looking at and stuff and things, like they exposed to a lot of kind of wrong thing, a lot of negative thing, because it still have to be aware, because the devil is out there, right? And as children, when the devil could capture a child, and show them like a thing, cartoon, and then this kind of cartoon thing we show in the children, we may say it's safe. Yeah. We may say it's safe, but we don't really watch it. And when we really watch it and we really see and the whole lies and the whole, the whole lies and the whole everything that is going on in it is scary, right?
But yeah, and as a father myself, like I just be like, yo, I just be hard on them boys sometimes. You understand? If I pass in, or if sometimes I sit down and I watch just to see what they're watching, but the truth is sometimes you're not there all the time. So I think the ideal thing to do as parents is to try to teach your children about what not to look at. Yeah. You understand? There are certain things I don't see and just don't watch it. But there are certain things that Jerry will see and he know better. He watch something and come back later and say, "Yours, Daddy, I have a confession." Why is a confession, Jerry? I watched something today that I ain't supposed to watch, and I feel sad about it because I know you're telling me not to watch it. Yeah. You understand? So you have to teach your children, but at the same time, you can't just let go every and anything in their hand.
Yeah.
You understand? You have safety mechanism, but even then, how safe these things can be. If you understand what I'm saying, in terms of you could play with the settings and so on a tablet or something to allow mainly children content. But even then, what they say is for children these days. YouTube have a feature where you can say, is it for children? Yes or no? You're going to enable it is for children. You know what I mean? And these algorithms, you don't even know the people who create what they create. Why you looking at that as just simple boys? Sometimes it's not that simple. And then you see your children acting in a particular way and you're asking yourself, well, what happened? I didn't teach you that. Where you get this from? You know?
Yeah, and then when you really watch the tablets and stuff and the thing that you tell them to go and watch. Back then, well, they said that they too.
Yeah.
But back then, like children growing up, like, well, I'm a child still, but, that's children growing up and stuff.
We were different.
Yeah. Look at you go outside, you play like a
older
football.
than you, right? But I think me and you had a little similarity. Yeah, because for real, like, okay, we need to watch the TV growing up.
Yeah.
In fact, to watch TV, as an opportunity, you're going to people in a man movers to watch our kung fu. You don't understand nothing. Or they go, seriously, that just show you how media is really bad. Even then, it had that impact on people. When I used to watch kung fu, by telling you, my friends and them used to watch like Jet Li. Them men getting name and thing from the, you understand, and everything. People quick to give you a name. What, boy? No, that man is Jackie Chan. That man is Jet Li. Yeah. Everybody would brand you with somebody on the TV based on what happened thereafter. And you yourself would go and watch a kung fu and you come back outside. The first thing you do is what? You're going, why? Because of what you allow inside now is coming out. So if he works for these little simple thing in a little fighting scene, alright, you have children, man playing bobo and thing. Man say, boy, it was like, I'm like Rambo. You understand?
Yeah.
Man want to hide like Rambo, talking about back then. But now only have people who know you leave your children to a tablet or computer, the enemy subject some pornographic material to them. Now their mind gets stained with that particular thing. How do you undo that mind?
Yeah, because just in the same instant, like if not natural, like you walk around town, you see a signboard up there, you see a poster up there and think that company, like they actually advertising, they marketing.
Yeah.
Just the same way. On the media, there will be company that marketing just the same way.
Yeah.
And maybe the people who marketing the pornography doing
that,
you'll see a lot of these things popping up and then.
Because what it is that what the devil does is that the devil want worship and he want worship through, these media. The devil will pay a lot of the artists and people who are involved in these things. The devil paying them to do it on Instagram. Remember, all kind of program like this, for example, talking against these things, you would never see 4,000 person listening. Zach, if me and you were doing our program on this platform here, and every time we cussing some real father and some mother, you understand? And we were vulgar in our discourse and how we speak about things with our business, no filter. Zach, I'm telling you, I bet you would have seen some negative comments where I still see a lot of people. You understand? And it's amazing how the negativity that is portrayed in the media draws people. Yeah. Than when something good is being,
but
offered.
I'm not saying don't give a child tablets and things, but filter what you give a child a tablet. But like I said before, you have a lot of pop-up. Look, big adults, food adults. They're walking down, they may see a sign 10% off and everything.
Yeah,
they gone inside the store, they may see a sign 10%, they gone inside.
Yeah.
A child on the tablet, they may see something pop up and things so looking so enticing, looking like this and that. They will click it just the same way, they will tap it just the same way and stuff and things like that. And that how social media, if you watch YouTube and you watch the most like popular channel and subscribe and stuff, is what's kind of on top is the kids cartoon thing.
Yes.
And if the devil had to sneak in, he look at thing to curb the child mind and curb them or future children head
is shoot that.
Yeah.
That's as well as it could be something good, it's also a weapon that the enemy use. And I get what Sylvina is saying there. She stated that thank God for social media because some of our nephews and so on who left Grenada when they were young. If it wasn't for Facebook and so on, we wouldn't be able to contact them. And I had friends from school and so on, and people I know for long. I think so. I was pondering on that today too, Zach.
Even business wise, you get a lot of business.
Advertise your business and so on. So you have some positive about it. I was thinking about that today, and I see normally, as I tell you, I delete people who posting shippings that don't fit up that are they on my level, and I just cut them off. But then today I was thinking, what if I have a good friend of mine from long that I know too? But I get cut off too, boy. I was thinking about that today.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so me and this virgin from school from long. It's my real brother. You understand? A friend from the past. And then all of a sudden, my money posts and start stupidness. Yeah? What am I to do?
Yeah.
And then when you see your partner, now you be like, oh boy, you delete me. Yeah, saying, watch, I would delete that man. When I see him, I would tell him, brother, watch now, the thing you're posting today, I'm a level. Sorry. We good, but I can't stand to see your post. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. You see, like we say, there's not only bad on social media, it's good.
Yeah,
but you have to manage.
You have to manage it.
Manage
Yeah, you have to manage it.
It could bring benefit to us, like it benefiting us all now, right? But everything that really have a good in it, then it will have a bad. And the devil will make it look, it will seem that way, like, okay, Facebook, you're connected to this. From randomly, you will see, like for the female, randomly, you will see a man just in the inbox and just, like, people just loose. People just loose and they had their own agenda and stuff and things like that. But even if you watch back then, right? Like I was talking about back then, that whole kind of community kind of base, that is a different in that whole seeing each other face to face and stuff. Like back then, when you're in a community, you're boring and stuff and things like that, you just
go check our friend.
You're gonna play cricket.
Yeah.
You say take a soft drink case.
Yeah.
That you wicked. Or sometimes coconut bat.
And you make a bat out of it.
Yeah. And
the fun in it, you don't have a wind ball, you get some plastic.
You
get plastic. You say make it out of plastic. The ghost is the boss, man.
Yeah, ghost we used to play cricket with ghost and thing, but
yeah.
Ghost, yeah.
But we used to use, like, we take many plastics and make a little fire, take up 2 pieces of stick and just melt it and roll it and it's like cool. We get a ball from that. We call it compo.
Yeah, good bunks and stuff and things like that.
You understand?
And
so
with football, you go to the
marbles. Field. I remember playing marbles and scars on my skin still from playing marbles as a young man when my partner and we followed because the man lose and he don't want to accept he lost. But then they cover you understand, you meet a bridge into about they team up together to play against another person. It's just more fun, I find, growing up, like doing those things.
Yeah.
Even the wrong things where you're going on even going and plant the teeth, then people mango and thing. Even you never orange and thing, and you had time a man hold a man on top of orange tree. He say, who they? Man, they quiet on top the. Say, who they? Man say, he still they quiet, but the man has somebody in the orange tree in the yard. You understand? So when my man says, so you don't answer him, you don't say who they. Alright, I'll pick you. So the man say, you get to stool to pick him.
Yeah.
You say, me Mac.
Yeah. Yeah.
He say, me Mac, come down.
Yeah.
You understand? So a lot of the things is to create stories that's really fun.
That whole togetherness and stuff. And like even children
together and cook a pot.
Who grown up now,
children
like
don't know what them things.
You don't necessarily know half of the person, like even if you're a village in your community and stuff, and then like everybody
real. You don't know people.
Inside, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
You stay in your thing, safety.
But
and
you don't know people. You don't know
it's
people.
like that togetherness is that bond them things. So
no longer.
Social media kind of take that. You can still connect with each other via social media and stuff, and then, but it's
how do you
it's
bring back that kind of vibes? Even in churches and so on now, similar thing. People spend more time to talk online on WhatsApp than in person. Back then, people used to go and visit people. These days, nobody don't go by nobody.
Yeah.
Most people kind of on their own levels. Like, okay, if I wanna, you're just a finger, a touch of a. Here's the internet away.
Yeah. But still we have it, and maybe even the selection of things we choose to do with it. Yeah, we still have the technology wise, we still have the social media, but is what we choose to do with it just the same way. It's not really beneficial, you know.
So it tells us that what we should do is to pay attention to how we use social media, YouTube, Instagram, if you know you want to use it. I know you could also delete and dislike certain things that has been shown to you, because one thing you could learn is that the algorithm, how the AI, as they call it, artificial intelligence. Let me tell you, the device that you have in your hand, it actually learns you. You understand? Yeah, the device learns you. Today, I woke up, I put on what's the name of it? What's the name of the little black box that was stuck today again? The Amazon thing. Alexa. I put on Alexa. I say, Alexa, play me some music. She started playing the music. I say, nah, I don't want to hear that. Alexa, shut that off. She stopped. So I put on something on YouTube and I'm playing. In the middle of the music now, Alexa decide to stop and ask me a question. I say, well, Alexa, who talking to you? I never tell you nothing. She say, oh, sorry, I thought I heard my name. I was like, what's going on here? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, fellas, let me tell all you, and ladies and gentlemen, you see them little devices in our hands? They design these days to understand the person using it. The more of the bad thing, even Netflix, all those things, the more of you see them thing different to cable. Cable is just streaming, you choose to watch whatever come up. If you don't like it, change the channel. But you see anything not connected to the internet is a different scenario. So even the words you say sometimes you realize the thing you think about that you tell your partner about, you go on your phone just now, you see it showing up. It's not just media, it's the internet on a whole, it's metaverse.
Yeah.
As a partner, you both in just say it's a metaverse.
Yeah.
You understand? So
I was watching well, you know, they normally have like the vacuum and stuff and thing, you know, that could actually clean and thing for yourself and thing. And I was watching the latest one, you know, like they had it, you know, cleaning, the thing cleaning. So if you're going through the creases, you're going through the walls and stuff, even with a stumbling thing, you know to manipulate through that and stuff and things like that. You can put it on a timer, right?
Right.
And because it cleaned the room already, it kind of picture how the room is already.
Right.
So you know which wall, where a wall go, where thing is.
So
you
you
know,
have a memory.
Yeah, so a memory. Your whole place, your entire place is covered the scene. If you have a step there, you know not to go down there because you tumble over and stuff, and that's how technology has been coming now.
So that's the way how the world is basically going, and things are heading a lot into that direction. You understand? A lot. I mean, right now we backward with technology and that part of the globe. There are things that will blow your mind in China, things you don't think exist, or you may think you wish you had something like that, and when you check twice, you just Google it on the net and you see they existing. It's amazing. You understand? The whole world puts stuff onto the internet. And there are so much things that you could learn and grow as a person. You could get knowledge, good knowledge, things that could help you and to make you a little more valuable as an individual, as well as you could sit down there and spend time taking the worst of it. Because trust me, it's good and bad on the internet. God's people on the internet and the devil people on the internet.
Yeah,
you understand?
It's like
and you have to be wise. Otherwise you'll get sucked into that web, in the wrong web. You understand? So they call it the World Wide Web. They say it's a web. It's to tie you up.
So whatever we choose, whatever we have to do, like do it in a way that, you know, be able to uplift people.
Yeah. So we even knew as a contributor.
Yeah. If you have to connect to your family and your friends and stuff, connect with them and things like that. You know, like you could use it to your advantage just the same way. You understand? But just beware. Just beware of the devil's plan on social media and stuff and things like that.
And watch your children. That goes for me too. I have to watch my children.
The things that they watch, you know, like social media teach children now, like parents already have saying and things about the children.
No, watch me. I remember growing up when my son, as you was talking about the daycare and thing, one of my son, when they started going to daycare, boy. And I remember too, even sometimes, you don't want your children to watch certain thing, and you know you have to go to work. or they have to stay with somebody or someplace. And bro, my son, when he was watching Peppa Pig, boy, is like, boy, the boy changed. I swear that he had a devil in Peppa Pig, boy. And I had to get real vexed and I talked to him, boy, because he just started acting like Peppa Pig and them. Or the character inside there telling me things. I'm telling you, it's amazing. Them things, and trust me, see Peppa Pig, I don't know, but if any parent listen to me, listen, don't let all your child listen to no Pep. Don't let all your child watch Peppa Pig. I'm against Peppa Pig. I don't care nobody tell me.
You watch it already?
But you listen, watching. I saw the child watching the Peppa Pig until one day I started listening like closer and the thing and the attitude and how Peppa Pig making them children. The things that have been taught by, listen, Peppa Pig is not, that's not, anyway, let me give all this. That pig is not a good pig for it. That Peppa Pig do good. That Peppa Pig is bad. That Peppa Pig do hard for me.
Yeah,
Peppa Pig will cause problem in my life.
Right now it's like, I seen the kind of, the watermelon. Some kind of thing they're watching, but you should look at watermelon. But I don't really, no, like I don't know.
And it's amazing like how you just somehow catch on, like when the children go to school, somehow their friends tell them about that, and they come back home and then for long everybody in the same class watching the same thing.
Yeah.
For me back then, before all this internet thing, we talking about when internet speed used to be slow. Like when you press a page, you see going, you know what them days, Zach? And it's in floppy disk and thing to save your stuff.
Yeah.
But the internet was so slow, dial up or you connect to the thing, to a cord, and internet was expensive. Most people don't know about that. So you take the phone cable and you plug that in the back of the computer. And when you put it on,
most people don't know about that.
Nah.
Know about that.
Nah, some people don't know about that. Some people too young to know about that.
But you don't know who the listeners are.
No, I ain't say them. I say some people. You know, younger children. If you're within the age of at least, let me say, if you're under 15 years old, you might know about that. Because why talking about the other when I was like age, let me tell you, I would have been about age 15, 16, 17 day. So this is my age now. And them things just started, they was here and there in school. I remember when they actually got internet in the secondary school I was in. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when they have it, they give us access to it in the lab and so on. And everybody's excited about it. I can remember that. You know, when you get on the internet, it's a joy. That time they talking about My-Fi, you know about that? Them thing?
My-Fi?
Yeah.
Hi-Fi?
Hi-Fi.
Hi-Fi and
MySpace.
And them thing, yeah.
You know?
And tag
Skype,
and them thing. And
Skype been around for the time.
Yeah, these things.
Since then, the devil trying to thing on me. At time I did on Skype. And a nasty man come and try to go and tell me some things that I don't lie. And he was a Christian that time, but a cozy man, honestly. all he hear me say it. Right?
Yeah.
A young Christian that time I just get saved by the Hi-Fi and a nasty white man come and show me some kind of thing that don't looking right. So I was like, what that man, boy? I say, boy, you watch. Yeah, so even then too, depends on the certain media that you allow your children to get involved in. Things are going to be, they're going to use things to get them. Because after the children, you're after their mind. Yeah. The children are the future. Your children going to have a plan for them and you have to protect them. They don't always understand what you're doing as parents. Why I can't do that? And then children these days, everything, why this? You know, back then in our age, your mom says, Zach, do not put on that TV. Okay, mommy. You tell them children no, do not put on that TV. Why? Back in the 90s, when Thompson and them was born, then Thompson and them AJ so. There's a whole, them children different. A man was showing an analogy about 3 different type of children in the eras. You have the first set of children that when they come home in the 90s, they reach inside, they see a bag on the ground or a box. Good afternoon, mommy. They pick up the box and they will put it away. They will ask you, or they might pick it up and say, Mom, where you want me to put that? They will assume that mom came home and she was tired, so she rested day. And then you had the children in the 2000 now, right? So 90s, then they go 2000, like late 2000. So these children and them now, when they come in now, they see the box there, you tell them pick it up. It's like they pick it up, but they vexed, they grumbling and thing. You understand? And then you have the children now, like in this century, in 2020. So when they go to 20th century, you know, 2020, who born in 2015 going up there. When you ask them to do something, it's like, yeah, why you have to do that? What? You tell her, what? You are in the supermarket, the mother tell the children, don't do that. The woman losing she head in the supermarket. I said, don't feel no how I understand. It's happened to me too. Yeah. They always asking you, Why? Well, Zach, I don't know what the next generation will be telling you, because the way how they
Yes,
born,
yes,
yeah, watch, I'm telling you.
No, but back then, like, children growing up and stuff, and then even really, sometimes maybe before, like, the phones and things kind of get in the picture and tablets and stuff, like, you sit down, you read book, you have
Books.
total control, you have control as a parent, you have control over you have control over your retail child, you
Right.
like a storybook, you're selective of what storybook you're buying for them to read and stuff and things like that. So you read a storybook, you read a storybook, so you read a storybook, you put them to sleep, but now you just look at tablets, but look at phone, choke up your phone, watch that. You understand? And it's like you have no control. The media just
Take over the
children. The media dictating how fast the children learn, what they have to learn, what they have to look at and stuff and things.
One of the things I've observed sometimes too is that when you tell them children to look at something educational, boring. I don't want to watch a boring thing. That's boring. But sit down and watch a cartoon or something, they get in. And I wouldn't lie, when I was younger, going to school, boy, when we got TV home and then time Cartoon Network on, I could not wait to reach home to go and watch TV. I used to be hooked on that Cartoon Network. You understand? Watching TV, boy. You're like down there for hours just watching cartoon. As a young boy, them time they have more of those Japanese type of cartoon, you know what I'm talking about, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. They know, when you grow older on, it's more like we call him man Porky Pig and then kind of thing. But you see over the years how things has changed.
I find in
the cartoon back then wasn't so harmful.
The children who growing up now,
they have it harder.
Like not only harder, like they will be quicker to wear glasses.
To wear glasses?
Yeah. Like, and a younger age.
I see you.
Than before. Yeah, I wear my glasses and thing, but they go with it. It's like they're gonna wear the glasses before us because it's like was on them on the tablets, was on the things and stuff and things like that. And, like as a family, have fun time
together that does not involve these devices. But one thing I could say about my son Jed is that as much as he likes to watch them thing, he's one of the boys in the house that will come and instigate and say, listen, although he's 8 years, he comes and talk about family time. Mm-hmm. That's one thing I would say I like about Jed. Jed, if you're too tired, Jed will say, Daddy, well, we don't spend we need time for family. Because sometimes as parents too, we guilty too, Mm-hmm. As parents, you're not a parent yet. Mm-hmm. But sometimes when you see like you're designing and thing, you come home and then it's like you come from work whole day in front of a computer, you come home and it's like, you jump back on your phone and you jump to say, I'm gonna relax and do what? Watch Netflix to calm your mind. And you have every reason in your mind that's the best thing for you to do now because you see you're tired. So you give them children something to eat and then you leave them also in front of a device. And after years and years of doing that, it becomes much more harder to break away from it. You understand? So Jed has been like, Daddy, we're going to play Monopoly. So we started, but oh gosh, boy, Monopoly is so long, I can't keep up with it. One game is all 3 hours and thing, boy. Yeah, that's what I was saying. So what I started doing also is in a week, because I had to be watching. As a man now, you can't just be talking, you have to be watching. Mm-hmm. And you're responsible for your home. So we have a ball. So now I take everybody one day in a week. Mm-hmm. We say, okay, we're going to go in the playing field or we go on the court. Go with the ball, kick the ball, just have a little family time together. These things are very important and they create a little more time for bonding. So at that time, nobody have no device. Those devices are in the car or they're at home. Mm-hmm. You understand? Mm-hmm. So even if it's 2 hours self, you try to make it. It's not enough, Truth be told, it's not enough. But when you spend time physically with your children like that, it creates a better bond and they tend to have a little more respect for you and so on. You get things that you could actually teach them as a family, as a father and even as a mother, how to work together, you understand? And they have fun and their children like it too. So I don't want to find balance, I would say, because that's just part of living these days. You can't escape it. Even just to work sometimes it requires a device. You see, so
how social media become it's something that you just always have to constantly keep up with. For example, Facebook.
So they design it.
For
the
example,
whole idea is to get your attention.
Yeah, for example,
Design and say
Facebook
so, eh?
and Instagram and stuff and things like that. You always have to be on it. The more followers you get, thing,
likes and
love.
We just talked about last week.
Yeah, it all depends on putting attention to you and alright. So what picture I will put up, what picture of this and that.
Yeah,
and sometimes
it kind of put in picture.
It kind of be idolized.
Yeah.
And it kind of take out the picture of eliminate God of
Yeah.
it. So that like social
So
media
you can
and these
tell a
things
lot, eh?
is good. It's
Yeah.
good. They can use it.
Looking at somebody's profile, they can tell a lot about them, eh? Because if you realize every time you go on Facebook, for example, they always ask you that question.
Yeah,
What's the question?
Well, people forget. It's good. Social media is good, right?
Yeah.
But sometimes like when you get up in the morning, no devotion time.
Yeah.
First thing you do, you watch art. You check who message you. Or you going to look up on your WhatsApp. You look up your Facebook. You look up on your Instagram. You're checking all. It's like a real task. You have to check all your socials.
Yeah.
Well, not to say like you're on walk and you have to check your email and this and stuff. They're different.
Yeah.
When you get up, it's like a personal thing, So you're checking your Facebook, you check your Instagram, you check
WhatsApp,
your WhatsApp, you
apps,
check this and stuff and thing. And when you do hear the cry, like, you don't really check your spiritual life, you don't really pray, you don't really read your Bible and stuff and things like that. And it's like that. So it's kind of separating us, even from the things of God.
Of God, yeah.
Like we in church too, and we getting distracted.
By these devices.
Yeah, we getting ping, pong, message and stuff and things like that. Well, in the church, even if I have even if I have data on my phone, like I don't know why, like somewhere I don't know what in the church, but somewhere where I just sit down by my keyboard,
it doesn't
I
work.
cannot get internet. So I don't. You only have to take if I come out of the church and that's how it be. You understand? When I inside. So it's like where I sitting down around that area, I can have data on my phone and stuff and that. No signal.
Yeah.
No signal. So that helps me not to be distracted.
Sometimes sometimes on Sunday. I mean, I sometimes say like, leave the device home. But like for example, last week I left my device home and I went to church, and then it's like when I reached back home, I realized I had a missed call, and that missed call was an important missed call. And as a result of that kind of caused things to change up for somebody who was depending on something.
Okay.
So when I say don't carry your device, carry it, put it on mute or something. Only take what is important. You see, it calls for a certain level of mental strength to be able to say, okay, right now is not the time for these things. You understand? Discipline is a hard thing. Disciplining yourself is very hard. It's easy sometimes to just do what everybody do or just do what comes easy rather than to make the hard choices. Even how you deal with your social media, there are things that, as we were saying, there are things that they're not going to feed your spirit, man. So you have to discipline yourself to the point where you say, no, here what's going on. See that ain't working for me. So let me get rid of this thing. You see that person? Nah. That person being my friend in a social space or on the internet doesn't add to me. Choose who to follow. They say follow. Everybody wants somebody to follow them. You understand what I'm saying? People always say like, how many followers you have? And if I choose to follow a platform, like somebody's Facebook or somebody YouTube thing, and even then sometimes I get fed up. Even though somebody giving something new. The thing about us, we always want something new. Yeah. You understand? And that could be dangerous too, That could be dangerous.
For me, on Instagram. Well, I do on Instagram and stuff. My sister, my little sister now. So I think she come off Instagram. I did on Instagram before she just joined and them things. So the amount of followers, like
she have
more than me. Like you end up. It's like, how you end up in them things, and like, how you end up with all the followers, and look at me, and then maybe she realized, like, and she just come off it, that a hot thing in a sense.
Right.
But it's just like that. Like for me, it just that time I look at how much followers or how people follow me and stuff and things like that. But like I just hardly be on Instagram and Facebook, and if it's I have the app and stuff and things, but if it's message, I read the message and stuff and things like that. But I try and manage it.
Those notifications, I turn them off. I don't have nothing except Hope FM notifying me anything about anything on YouTube. Anybody I follow on YouTube, I don't even want to get notified by this stuff when you put it up. I just turn off all notifications for that. So all only notification I really get is when sorry, I suck bias, but I don't have much people that I actually follow. I have a few gospel artists and maybe a channel or two for certain reasons based on what I want to learn. And you ever realize sometimes you start following a channel and you don't know when? How come that happen? You never checked that before? You subscribe to a channel and you don't know when you subscribe to the channel? That never happened to you?
No, well, somebody may hack your thing, but
I find the devil will try something.
I'm very
sometime,
selective in things.
Yeah.
But for me, like I was at a point in time whereby, like social media was taking over, right?
Yeah, and that's bad.
You understand? I was taking over. Like when I check myself, I say, as soon as I get up, touch
Same
my
thing.
phone, look on my I can talk from experience. So that I can tell you, look on Facebook to see who messaged me, look this, look that, and stuff. And when you check it now, boy, you don't all like yourself pray, boy. The first thing you think, and I started to kind of manage myself and manage, and then now it come like nothing, like you know. I don't depend on Facebook. If I had an app, I would get a message, I look, but it wouldn't get me like stuck on it and things like before, like. As before, so yeah.
Once I go to work in the day, for example, too, when I reach work and I have work to do, I see sometimes I find myself okay, I end up there and it's like, hey, boy, one to you. There's not the time for that, so I cut out about one time. Yeah. And the thing is, when you're working and you have people working for you, I find they shouldn't be on these things. You understand what I'm saying? But that's how different talk again. As a boss, as an employer, I find you're going on. You come to work, that my time, I paying you for that time. This time, no, it's not your time. I look again. This is the time you get paid for working in my company. So as long as you sitting in my space, I find straight up. Them social platform, that'll be off. As a matter of fact, you can take a call on your phone, but you can't listen. It's not about being manipulative and things. It's that you want to be productive. You understand what I'm saying, Zach? Go ahead. Tell me what you mind.
No, I feel like how you say it and stuff. No, but by the end of the day, like we say in social media, is not nothing bad. It's just how you manage it and stuff. But you can see, it's like when internet gone off, some people get crazy. They won't change, like they feel boring. They don't know what to do. Like it's like they like when internet gone, like you don't know what to do. You're feeling boring. You're like you're hopeless. Like I can't think.
Boy, reality is a lot of business depends on the internet. You know, and a lot of things could happen when the internet down, which is bad. But if you go back days without the internet, because I lived through that era also, you want to send a message to somebody in another part of the globe. You want to send an email. You know, people just get letters and things. You know, you pen pal thing and them things. So you write your letter and you send it out to somebody. You have to write it, handwrite it.
Fax.
You understand? Well, the fax was after the thing, and then a fax was so costly to send a fax. So minus that, and there's still companies that use fax, but minus that you had like the time when man have to write a letter, go in the mail in the post office and mail a letter. 4 or 5 days sometimes before the letter reach, 3 weeks sometimes before the letter reach, you understand, to get your message across. Yeah, so I mean that's one of the positive I would say of the internet now.
You have a lot of positive.
Yeah, you can easily send an email and get a response within seconds. You know, so that's a plus.
Yeah, Dan, I say you cannot work for you.
But we can't work for me.
Yeah, but we don't talking about that aspect because you know business places. If you're a business place, then you rely on the internet. But what I say,
he's saying that he can't work for him because I'll turn off social. You know, he can go on Facebook and them thing.
But I was talking like not in terms of like work wise, but when internet went down.
When internet go down is a problem.
It's like some people. Oh gosh, but like they can't do without it.
You all in?
Yeah. It's like they don't know what to do because you see that one.
But not just people using it for work, I mean people just in general.
Yeah. I'm talking about the work wise. It's like what to do.
Time.
What
just
like,
to keep
it's like they don't know what to do. They don't know what to do. They can't watch Netflix. We can't go on chat. We can't call this person. We can't. It's like it's like Look, Renee.
I just read or enjoy the silence, and that's good.
Some people like that. It's like that to tell you how we base our life on, on.
And so it happens. And sometimes we don't even know it happened. sneak up on us. You know? Sneak up on us. But I love when I go on the internet, I'm looking for something that I don't know about. I want to learn about it. You know, and I could get different perspective on the thing. It depends on what it is.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So you're researching something for that case. You have a problem you're trying to solve. You know, YouTube could be handy for that. You're trying to, you know, I was I was trying to understand Japanese. And I said, how can I understand Japanese? And I go and I search Google for YouTube or Google for a way, and they say, okay, download this app. You just put it up against the Japanese on your phone and you convert it into English for you one time. I mean,
so let me ask you a question. You finish here, alright, you finish work. Are you finish work? You say you finish work 4 o'clock and so you finish work. Right? After you finish work, no internet, no data, no internet, nothing and stuff and things like that. Like, it don't work. You understand? It's like, why is it? Why is it to
what
do?
I would do?
Yeah, why is it to do like? Based on how your life program, based on how we fashion our life program. It's not to say like you need, not to say the internet there, like you don't work. You don't work maybe.
So you don't have no work to do.
You don't have no work to do.
But you never stop working, depends on what you're doing now by this phone and this thing on your head and everything.
You are creating yourself. But you don't
just
have,
telling you, depends on what you're doing, you never do.
You don't have no work. You see, just like Renee, she occupies reading book. You always have book you can read and stuff. You buy a book,
what would you do? What would you do? Is that the question you want to ask? Like in a case like that?
Yeah, it's like
I have my children.
Right, but you hire children, but you see, you know, you improvise. But you affect the children now because
even the children and all those, you have to ask yourself what the children will do too. Because even the children be like, well, how come you don't have no internet?
Yeah, and they like you getting, and that's my point of trying.
Let me take another comment. Hold on. She says, as DJ Saby normally says, yeah, Zach, your phone ringing so man. You have to know when to pull back. No, Zach does say, know when to pull back. Pull back from the social media. Zach, you need to write a tune. Pull back from the social media. For real, pull back.
Yeah, pull back.
Now, but for real, this one is sobering. We need to know when to pull back. Zach, just take a call in the middle of the thing there. You see what I'm talking about all here?
Let me tell you why.
Yeah, wait, stick up in. There's no excuse Zach could make at this point all there that could justify him taking that phone call on air with his co-host. But then we have to forgive him.
Here why, right?
Yeah.
Because there are times like I was being on radio, right?
Yeah.
And people I doesn't take the phone call and stuff. And people
they call in to give
they're listening and stuff, and we don't say the number on air, so you know they can't
tell the person
call
the number so they could call.
I don't know, I missed the call.
Yeah, so, but here we go now. So fellas and ladies and gentlemen, if you're trying to reach Zach and you want to give your input right now,
radio station,
feel free to call us on 403-1031. You understand? Right, because I don't care what he tells me right now, I can't accept that.
But that's the truth.
If there's zeros here, there's you that say she rebuke you.
Yeah, but back
but nobody can stop your phone from ringing. I understand that.
Back to the social media.
Where my phone is?
Eh?
Where my phone is? Exactly, you don't know, you see? You don't know you did. I put it behind me. Because it's quite behind me. Because I hide it because I don't want to distract me when we do with conversation.
Yeah, it's ringing too, so don't like it.
He done silent.
Anyhow, man on silent, you vibrate. Anyhow, so yes, I was saying, yeah, what should I call it? Yeah, so like
it's not like me, it's your phone. And that's what has happened to us sometimes when you walk in. What we doing? You're studying and your phone ringing.
Yeah.
People calling you, all kind of notification coming up, distracting you from you know, you're trying to do a little study in the word. And then brap you had these type of thing coming up. They just distract you.
Yeah, it is.
Sometimes God just about to speak to you. And then brap, so you have to know when to pull back as not they say.
Yeah,
pull back and turn off everything.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. If I try,
I don't remember what I said.
Yeah, go ahead. I will stick a pin on that one. Because my son knows asking me that question one time, same Jerry. Go ahead, I will tell you.
No, so I was asking it, you know, like why you would do. And you were saying like you have time with your son and stuff and things like that. And then now how that your thing that you go say you go do. But your son and them now, as the internet gone, how they go see. So it's everybody kinda, it's like at times we let these things kind of take control of us.
Yeah.
So that when it's gone, we don't know how to.
But some of the things I've done, like one time I said, Jed, no TV for a week, and he just adjusts without any stress.
Okay.
No, for real, the boy just adjusts. It's like, hey, well, daddy, no problem.
I find we talking about Jet, but
No, because
Well,
Jed, me and Jed good. Zion not so much a thing. Jed's the bigger one,
Okay.
you know. But yeah. So the thing is, what I was going to ask you, and Jed asked me that question. Jed, daddy, you could do it with your phone for a day? He asked me that question. One day I decided I would try it. I said, today I go turn off that phone. Zach, that was the hardest thing to do. Watch me. No joke. Even though you turn off that phone, somehow your hand does just go and reach for that phone. That is bad. I mean, I made a portion of the day. I think I did a good from 8 to maybe about 3 or so. I want to have back on my phone, there are mountain notification and calls and miss. Then it's like you have to go and try to call back all these people and so on. You put up on your status, you're unavailable for this time.
Yeah.
And yet still, people would see it and still try to ask you what happening.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So, can you do without your device for at least a week? I wouldn't say 2 days.
No, well, for me, I could do that, but with the work I'm doing, people, if they get through with me, they get through with me. You understand?
But if God say to pull back,
but I did that a couple of times.
Yeah, you had to pull
already.
back.
I did that a couple of times, but it's after when I think if you see message, if you see notification.
let me ask you a question. You doesn't get tired of those things sometimes?
Wow,
Like all, like phone, media, all them things like TV, all these electronics and so on. You never had a point in your life where you feel like, I just tired of these things. That never happened to you?
when I reach home,
Yeah.
like today, I was searching for that phone.
You don't know who he was?
When I reach home, I just put on my phone
Yeah.
and do what I had to do.
Right.
It's like my mother asked me for a phone call.
Yeah.
I said, well, if you can find that phone, I said, looking for that. I can't get that. It's like,
I just get tired of it sometimes, to be honest.
so when
Not regular,
that's how I
sometimes
manage.
just get
That's how I
tired.
manage myself. Like, alright, well, message like that, or respond to message that time, or thing like that, and that time. And so you have to kind of discipline
Yeah,
yourself.
you have to discipline
you don't
yourself.
have to make these things kind of take control
of you, yeah.
of you, and that the most important thing like that. You don't have to make it take control of it, because when you're gone, it's like you're losing it. Like what I go do, what I go do, and that. When if Quran gone is a different thing, but if
Boy, the other day when the internet gone by, they see them people comments on Facebook. Oh, Flo, don't ever do that again. Like people say, how can I? And it tells you the tie and how, you know. And now that not even a work be, you get it?
yeah. So, but like I said, yeah, we have to just learn to manage how we use these
Very
things, how
important.
we be on social media and stuff, because everything. Oh, I was gonna say now, like sometimes we talk about fasting,
Fasting, I was thinking about
right?
that. Go ahead.
And we talk about fasting, and we think about only food alone,
Right.
but these things take up time, and it take up time. It take up God time
Yeah, because
as well.
it's like
So
a sacrifice now you have to make, because you have to put on that device that you're so. Watch.
but
One
food-
part of most people hand, if you are right hand or left hand.
Oh, and look, like I was saying,
They were-
like I said that same thing.
You
Yeah,
understand? She say, do a day of fasting. Instead of fasting from food, fast from phone and social media.
see, yeah, same.
And that's a good tip.
I used to do that. I used to do that. So yeah, sometimes people say about fasting and food and these things and stuff, but like social media and
Yeah.
all these things, and it's hard. Fasting from food easy for us now.
Yeah?
No, fasting and then when we fast for food, we half day fast from food and this and that.
But for real,
That easy for us
some
to do
people-
than
for some people, yeah.
the
so
social
don't eat
media.
food for half day. For some people, it's easier for them to do eat food than to not use the device.
Well, Granny and them things to watch stuff and things like that. Well, tell them to choose one, fast from social media or fast from there. Nothing. Like the older person, like when they get really attached, when you teach them like
Or the older people.
yeah, when you teach them like social media and you teach them like that, there's no, it's not like, it's like they on it whole time.
Yeah.
Like, on it whole time. So let me see. Show look that.
Show
Let
me
me go on
to this
Facebook.
one,
Let me see. I'm on Facebook. Put
Yeah.
my on Facebook. Put my on Facebook. Put my on Facebook, and like it's just like that. Like they just get how they just gravitate and.
Just a question. What is the appropriate age you think and a child should be on, say, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. YouTube, we know that most children are on YouTube. So forget about YouTube, but let's think about those, because YouTube is just viewing stuff. So let's think about more
to sign up.
Yeah, to sign up and subscribe and do them. No, not subscribe, but to sign up, create a profile. What age you think is appropriate for a child to be on these social platforms?
Still, it depends on the maturity of the child, as well as a parent.
Speak
as
up,
a parent, well, I hear myself loud and clear. So as a parent, it still depends on the maturity of the child. If the child, mature enough to because you could say a certain age, but the maturity of your child itself is a next aspect, But come on, a child when be in preschool and my child when be in preschool and yeah.
But what about primary school?
Primary school, like close to entering the secondary school, maybe when you reach in secondary school.
I find depends on what it is in secondary school.
If they mature enough.
I would say if they're mature enough, yeah. But and then it's not just only that, because once you give a child a device, these children are very intelligent these days. Their mind is like, One day I was using my smartphone and I was searching for the Zoom app to go into a meeting, and Jet sitting by me there. And Jet is like, Daddy, just go in the search and just put Zoom. I said, well, how you know that? And I looking for the app, but Jet was able to say me, go there. And Jet taught me how to find things fast on my phone. You understand? I was using the phone for over 2 years. And I didn't know to just use the search on top. Somebody might say that's soft, but the point I'm making is this children, they're very smart. So for me, and it tells you again how you have to protect your children, because you see, the devil has put thoughts in children's mind, in people's mind. And some children, they are a little bit, they don't know how to control their thoughts. So something might come to mind, they might hear somebody say something, and you don't know, even if they can't write yet, they can speak. That's another feature in the phones. So they would hit on the mic, and they would speak and ask it in question, and then, Google will give them suggestions, they will click on it, and then you never know where you bring them. So I think that is something we have to teach children how to deal with it. You have to be real with your children, and even adults too. Some adults don't even know how to use the same device. They don't have no control. It ain't even funny the things some people allow themselves to be swayed into. You understand? For me, I like watching like dance and thing. I like to see them status on YouTube. So there's people doing, if they have a particular dance now.
So they spend your time. Which part you spend your time most on social media?
Let me hold on. Let me tell you. So what I realize I see, but with these things on them, watching different people doing the dance, I'm like, wait, but this thing on them, this thing don't make no sense when I think about them. Because I might sit down there for 30-45 minutes just watching these people doing the same stupidness. You understand? Everybody seems to, and what crossed my mind too is like, so now somebody watching that, after you're watching it, what you go do? You're going to try to create your own. You understand? You're going to try to create your own dance. I want to have stupidness like create challenge, for example. You see how stupidness, people damage, like you're damaging yourself. What's that? You do that? No, that's stupid. I mean, why would you want to try to climb up on a crate knowing that you stand 97.5%? You would fall long and knock your head on your back or something. To prove what? And mainly to record it and to put it on social media. So there are so many things that people allow this media to, impact them to hurt their own selves.
So, so where you spending
most of my time walking by?
No, which social media and what?
Platform?
Yeah, spending most of the time.
Other than, I have to check my
walk.
phone to see what it's saying.
No, so you don't know where you spend.
The phone will say that.
But you don't know personally.
Let me see. I know these days I don't spend much time on Facebook. I think these days in Hope FM. Sorry, but apart from that, Boy, I know not Instagram, so maybe a little bit of Facebook, but it's not bad as how it was in time past.
Okay.
And then now YouTube, the status, the story on YouTube. Like sometimes I see some interesting thing there, you know, something funny, that kind of thing.
I used to see it, but I never click on it.
Yeah.
The first time I actually see it is
You
from
know, tell me
you.
what you think.
I used to see it. But most of the time,
Uh-huh.
at YouTube,
Yeah.
I'm like, there's more like
But
watch,
music and thing for me on YouTube, definitely.
but not really music, but as more watch like videos
okay.
like with like kind of cases, crime thing. No, no, and then I watch like now and then I watch like preaching and stuff.
Yeah.
Like especially like when I want to get myself in tune and stuff.
Yeah.
And then it's like when I go in and sleep, just play
Music.
some music and stuff
yeah,
and things
yeah.
when I go and sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but most of my time is on YouTube.
YouTube or YouTube?
YouTube.
I think I may spend more time on YouTube right now than Facebook. Because even WhatsApp, like these days I hardly ask myself the other way, but you start posting status. It's just the other day I posted 2 status on WhatsApp, but for quite a while. I don't know, I just stopped.
Yeah.
But you see, sometimes what has happened to, what people say, idle hand is the devil's workshop. You ever hear that before?
but Netflix it doesn't.
Nah, not much. I don't watch much Netflix like I used to. No, seriously. I'm on like, I don't know, stick me, to be honest. I think, for me, like music is my real thing. So I always try to find something, like wake up in the morning, I put on my music, after that I mix it with like a preaching. Cause I realize it's important to feed the spirit man. But there are times when even then, in a little window, sometimes you go home. Like, before I started watching that movie on Netflix, I'll fall asleep. I was like, okay. Sometimes it take me 3 to 4 nights to finish watching one movie. I always had to go back and put it back. But even then, it's like, still, what's the point? I just find, boy, listen to the music. I go and listen to the music. I have a headphone, I plug it in, I put on my music, I fall asleep with music in my head. You understand? And that is good for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we still have to be careful. You know what I mean? You have to be
Yes,
careful.
indeed. Yeah.
Overall.
Yeah, we have to manage. Manage. I have to sometimes limit
Yeah.
the time we spend on social media. Just you be your own judge. You be your own judge. See where you most spend your time. Where you give your most attention to.
Yeah.
And if it's kind of way overpowering, like how much attention you give God, then it's like something. And if that like internet be taken away, like if you're working also, you understand. If you're doing your work and your work depend on the internet,
That's understandable.
the
You
source
send
of
emails
income and
and
stuff
so on.
and things like that. Still, we can understand that. But if like internet being taken away, and it's like you lose hope, like what you could do, like you don't see nothing you could do or such and thing like that. You have to kind of question it. Just
My business can't function without the internet. Straight off. You can't.
Okay.
It could work, but it wouldn't be as effective
as
having it. Yeah.
yeah. So we don't really talk about business wise or nothing, but
your downtime.
Yeah.
Or you say where you going and kill your time.
Yeah.
One man say give God 10% of everything that you own, and even your time you're supposed to give him. Man said give God the same 10% of your time too, just the same.
Yeah.
So if you check the amount of hours in a day, find out which is 10%, and you're supposed to give that time to God, or at least. I mean, if you're constantly feeding your spirit, man, have no problem. You can be working, you're playing your good music, or you have a good preaching happening in the background. You understand what I'm saying? Something still. So your subconscious mind is being fed. You're feeding your spirit, man, even when you don't even thinking about it. That's a good thing to kind of cultivate.
Yeah.
So it's not always like anything,
You just take the time. You just scroll. You take your time. You just scroll through Instagram, and when your Instagram is more just pictures and stuff, and they're watching the picture. And when you're ready, hear the cry. It's just like you take maybe a whole hour.
So don't be watching stupidness. Yeah.
I'm bashing people like that. I wasn't sure.
Well, sometimes it's stupidness. Like for me, one of the most offensive thing on Instagram, and that's why I don't be on it. I know, and every time if I have the app on my phone, but if I open it, And sometimes you just hit the search button and the first thing you just see is a certain naked woman. And I have to say naked woman. And you know, the excuse these people make is that, you know, you say nakedness and pornography is not allowed on those platforms.
Yeah.
But here the thing about it. The devil now find a way to switch everything and they say, well, it's art, you know.
But
People drawing up on the skin, all kind of shit on this. So to me, like, these things are just kind of offend me. You know, it's like, you see it, okay, that's the first step. Know thyself. If you're a man and you know, but you see anything as a married man, you can't allow yourself to get drawn into that. And not just as a married man, but let's say specifically for a married man. Because it's easy to commit adultery by what you see. So you see, you might be sinning and you don't even know you're sinning. And what's the cause of that? The same social platform that you're using now. You check what I'm saying? And some people get drawn into a sin. It's like the more you see, the more you feel the flesh, the more the flesh want. Mm-hmm. So if on the social platform, you realize you're not doing nothing for your spirit, man, simple. Just, as Nicola say, cut it off. I mean, go play that tune just now.
Yeah.
Cut it off.
Yeah, so
you understand?
So we just encouraging you. You examine yourself.
Yeah.
You examine yourself and see how if it take the place of God, you know, try your best to limit it. You know, give God prosperity in your life. Mm-hmm. You know, and yeah, just you be a judge. You limit yourself. Like if social media have to be taken away, like if the internet have to be taken away, so you'll be able to use the social media like for recreational purposes in a sense. You know, like how you gonna feel? Like if you feel like all hope's lost, you can't function without it. Like it's like your whole life in because you pattern your life
in such a way that
you have to live on social media and stuff.
And if it happened to you,
if that's the case,
without you even knowing that it happened to you, that's another story. You're supposed to know what's going on with you. So if
that's the case,
you can't live your life wild like that, not even paying attention to what's going on.
And Sabi, what's the time, boy? And remember, we spoke about this. The scripture we spoke about is God being our refuge, our fortress, a very present help in time of trouble. So no matter what trouble that you faced in, God is a very present help in times of your trouble. Remember, He is that refuge. He's that hiding place. You know, a refuge. And we talk about is that shelter. So when difficult situation come, you know, we can rest assured in God. You can trust God because He is our shield. He's our protection, and He is our hiding place. The only so if in a shelter ourselves, God tower that He have is strong. He cannot be moved, He cannot be broken down. And if the only so you can be damaged, the only how you can be injured if you come out of that fortress. You know, the fortress cannot be destroyed because God is our fortress, cannot be destroyed. The only so we can be damage is if you come out of that hiding place. So seek God, trust God, you know, and live for God.
Cut it off. Well, let's say the enemy try to do a whole heap of thing for black us. Try stop us, try mock us. But me tell him to like sardine, him can't pack us. King Jesus back us. Tell you the thing go. Shout! Out of our belly shall flow rivers. Good to get, but blessed are the givers. How me basically I tell you, say, me and my God make the man shivers. So whether family or a visitors, the God of Daniel always delivers. So anything I try, well you from God, just drop your spiritual scissors and do a cut it off. Anything I try distract you, you for cut it off. Cut. I could have internet or cable, you for hold it and shut it off. Cut it off. Anything I try distract you, you for cut it off. Cut. Look how long God.
So you want to big up Andre?
From put him off. Look, technology, you just can't stop that. But sometimes me have easy and rock back. Cause me rather go away with me pen and me paper than gone hell with me laptop. This what I say might not be well known. Some don't realize that.
So anything that hold you back, anything that take the place of God,
Father, don't take them blessing ya. Remove everything where you try hinder.
anything that try to hinder you from God, here what you have to do.
So cut it off. Anything I try distract you for cut it off. Cut. I could have internet or cable you for hold it and shut it off. Cut it off. Anything I try distract you for cut it off. Cut. How long God I tell you put you in some stop?
3,000 lost. What a whole heap of sin to get rid of. How me I go do this? Boy, I'm not tell you. A little bad mind plus a little red eye. Little teeth in plus a little tail lie. Little sexual sin a hope you're working. And by time you look you turn a little hell guy. Sin not so much till sin multiply. And I add to the sky as the time went by. Sin plus sin equal more sin. Sin plus the blood of Jesus will not equal to no sin.
If Jesus washed your sins away, let me see you hands up in the air. If you know you're safe and sanctified, wave your hands and say,
Define mathematics.
if Jesus washed your sins away, let me see your hands up in the air. If you know you're safe and sanctified, wave your hands and say,
God's spirit plus the water equal to land. God bread plus the dust, well that equal to man. Let us make and it equal to one. The first man pan the land equal to Adam. Adam rib plus God and equal to woman. One woman to one man equal to God plan. Sin plus sin equal more sin. Sin plus the blood of Jesus, well that equal to no sin. The woman from the man, well it equal to Eve. Serpent in the garden equal deceive. The serpent, Eve go believe. Now to make mankind equal to God grief. Adam sin, now the garden them have to leave. Adam knew Eve, but then she conceived. Then sin plus sin equal more sin. Sin plus the blood of Jesus, well that equal to no sin. Them conceive and it equal to Abel. God like the offering him put pan the table. Cain get jealous and it make him unstable. Till murderer equal to Cain label. God never get confused like Babel. He had a plan for Joseph plus Mary plus a stable. Sin plus sin equal more sin. Sin plus the blood of Jesus, well that equal to no sin.
if Jesus washed your sins away, let me see you hands up in the air. If you know you're safe and sanctified, wave your hands.
You have a goal and you have to stand firm. The wrong turn them make a concern. But the word is a lamp to your feet. Brighten your path, you sit on your lantern. Some will tear you down with slander. You on the right path, them a confirm. Listen, when me want you to do, when you realize, say you make a wrong turn, just reroute. Wrong turn, reroute. You miss your destination, reroute. Make a wrong turn, pull over, regroup your thoughts. With a mind what renewed and reroute. Wrong turn, reroute. Lost your direction, go reroute. Any roadblock, get your half of the track. Ask God to go plug it up from the tree root. Reroute, computer crash, reboot. Me belt have throat, never need love. Anything what the enemy steal from you, you are gonna get it back, you are gonna rake up. Listen me good, tell you the real truth. Me look uptown, but me know the streets. Youth, long time me a try go up the hill. Only God take off this keyboard. So sometime me no smile, me no want see him rude. Me want you focus for your life, heal fruit. Call him God soldiers to recruit the Christian army. Them are the real truth. Big picture, this a no prelude. Some think them holy cause a clean suit. The 3-piece one and the clean boat. You lost if in a Christ and over their road. Just reroute, make a wrong turn, reroute. You miss the destination, reroute. Make a wrong turn, pull over, regroup your thoughts. With a mind what.
I tell them it's the only way. We got to pray for the nation, 'cause we don't want nobody to ahead. We gotta pray for the nation. Father God, we really need your help. We come to take it little further. Imagine youths in a school, them a commit the murder. Gully side against Gaza. And the music a infiltrate the teenager. Young girls, them a sell themselves and abuse themselves, not respect themselves. Only Jesus Christ could have saved them. Only Jesus Christ could have saved them. Them a promote the latex thing, but tell me what I want with this same sex thing kind of thing. Them me find very interesting. How a man could love God and not enjoy sin. But don't panic, easy have to go all day and pray to the Almighty. We got to pray for the nation, 'cause we don't want nobody to have here. We gotta pray for the nation. Father God, we really need your help.
always have a prayer chilling deep on the front line. So no heathen coulda take away my sunlight. The power of my faith will make me shine bright. And God love make my life get sweeter and sweeter than honey in a comb come straight from the bees. Yeah, so open up your heart, make him take control, and not lose your soul.
Lord, I give you my all, my all, my all. Oh Lord, I give you my all, my all, my all. Oh Lord, I give you my all, my all, my all. Oh Lord, I give you my all.
Yeah. You know it's hard to live this Christian life. Temptation come every day and every night. God told me He's always by my side. I turn my back and sing, yo, Satan, get me behind. I don't care what they say about me. All I know, Jesus Christ set me free. Are you blind and just can't see that Jesus is the only one for me?
When the radical use them there, testify today. And Jesus Christ we are say, is the only way. Tell Satan, boy, go away. Tell Satan, boy, go away. When the radical use them there, testify today. And Jesus Christ we are say, is the only way. Tell Satan, boy, go away. Tell Satan, boy, go away.
Sitting here thinking about the many things in my life. From the day I was born, I really could have lost my life. Complain about the many things that I was all around. And you cause where I am is not where I'm coming from. Don't forget, oh, one day you saved my little daughter's life. With no money in my pocket, God, you always have providing. My coming out and coming in, you always be my guide. Been so good, can't complain to you all my life.
Anybody who God has done something for, let me see you put your hand in the air and say, thank you, Jesus, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus, thank you, Jesus. Anybody who God has done something for, let me see you put your hand in the air and say, thank you, Jesus, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus, thank you, Jesus.
Watch this. Yo, thank you, Father God, for your salvation. You want me bodyguard just like an Alsatian. Me want to stay strong and be a slave to you. Want me not go quit and come off of the plantation. Thank you, Father God, that you know for follow. You're still alive from the day you born, you don't follow. Big him up every minute of the day, whether you live inside the house and all the living inside the follow.
I don't want to lie to you, Lord. Yeah. I feel like I'm falling. I can't get up. Lord, so much problems. Where will it stop? Lord, so much pain. I'm hurting inside. I keep on smiling 'cause I try to hide. My eyes are filled with tears. I've got so many
that's your cry this evening if you are actually in a place where you feel like you need rescuing. You know, sometimes we actually drift away from the Lord. Our ways don't please God. And sometimes we just feel like, hey, this is the time, God, I'm in a situation where I need you to rescue me. Yeah? So you could just ask God to rescue you, bring you back to the place where you used to be. If you have lost your way, hey, there is hope. Always know that there is hope, man. With God, you could never go wrong, right? Easy, big up yourself, Samuel Lewis, my brother.
And bring me back to where I used to be. Lord, rescue me. I'm crying, Lord. Please just set me free. Rescue me. Jehovah Jireh is standing by your side. The fire you're going through, it's purging you inside. I declare that your praises be revived. My brother, my sister, oh. For Jehovah Shammah standing by your side. The fire you're going through, it's purging you inside. I declare that your praises be revived. My brother, my sister.
Abnormal. Different. Abnormal. Peculiar. Jehovah shield and cover me. Defender of the poor, the father of them when I have no daddy. Me no worry about nothing, God still a provide all when me no have no money. So me big him up and deal with it like me business and nothing nobody. God want the best, say the whole away. Tell bad hearts if he pack it up. Johnny send a rhythm if he shut it up. He want a song with sicker than a bad stomach. Me draw me pen and paper. Cross every T and I me dat it up. We bring a message where what's in and chop it up. Tell the ladies if follow God and nothing back it up. Trust God, no shock it up. Married before him knock it up. It shall be abrupt when he make us a new product. Put on the incorruptible and take away the corrupt. Jehovah shield and cover me. Defender of the poor, the father of them when I have no daddy. Me no worry about nothing, God still a provide all when me no have no money. So me big him up and deal with it like me business and nothing nobody. God want the best, say the whole away. We no watch face. Anytime we step in at the place, tell the sound man turn up the bass. We love the gospel, hardcore, reggae, and yes, we still like amazing grace. My type of drunk, don't need for chase. If me almost drop on no cause me shoes lace. Him harder me step, direct me ways. And before internet team, give me my space. Jehovah shield and cover me.
Now hear this.
Defender
We
of
are
the
in a
poor, the father of them when I'm
put on the armor, Fisher,
you know we both know God still a provide all when I'm
Put it on, yeah, yeah. Put it on, yeah. Well, put on the whole armor of God, stand against the wicked one, yo. Yeah, now let him come wrong hype on you, cause we are trod with the Almighty One. Again, put on the whole armor of God, stand against the wicked one, yo. Yeah, now let him come wrong hype on you, cause we are trod with the Almighty One. When the devil a go come wrong and try me put on me armor and me slice him up nicely, cause Satan him a wicked and dirty, and me blessed by the hand of the Almighty. Me put on me breastplate of righteousness, me pick up me shield of faith, helmet of salvation. We are trod against the one called Satan. You better put on the whole armor of God, stand against the wicked one, yo. Yeah, now let him come wrong hype on you, cause we are trod with the Almighty One. Again, put on the whole armor of God, stand against the wicked one, yo. Yeah, now let him come wrong hype on you, cause we are trod with the Almighty One. Like shot, like shot, like shot, like shot.
Them shouldn't mess with me. Demons have to flee. Over you God give me authority. Demons have to flee. Them shoulda know them shouldn't mess with me. Demons have to flee. Over you God give me authority.
Them can't run away. Tell them right away, yo. From here this Jesus, man, you shall get slain. Them can't run away, yo. Right away, yo. Hey, yeah, what me say? You got your gun them. So me go run them. In the name of Jesus, me come to find them. Come to remind them.
Yeah, man, just touching some old school vibes.
I said I end up like slime.
Yes, indeed.
Oh.
Demons Ones have to flee. Definitely. I got a next track line up right now from the one Mighty One. This one is called Look, Listen, and Learn. We gotta pay attention to what's happening around us these days, alright?
This a no street fight, we no one blanca ya. Gadi me discern and find him. Hold him shovel and make prodigal bind him. Me no sure in God and not try him. Shall cuff him so hard and nobody can find him.
Hear ye children, the instructions to our Father. Attend to know understanding. Understanding is a serious thing, you know. Wisdom is a serious thing, you know. Hear, look, listen, learn. Every time them not hear, them little finger, them maga burn. Look, listen, learn. Steady you make right decision, you make the wrong turn. Look, listen, learn. Every time you not hear, them little finger, them maga burn. Look, listen, learn. Steady you make right decision, them bump, bump, and some gal feel the money worth silver and gold. For any simple thing, them ready to sell off them soul. She start check her drug dealer, tell everyone a cool. Now let me show her how the little story unfold. She was a Christian married drug dealer, now she capture. Shortly after that, now Satan claimed that him gotcha. Anytime she talk with God, the man ready to come snatch her. When she pray at night, she pray she don't miss the rapture. Look, listen, learn. Every time them not hear, them little finger, them maga burn. Look, listen, learn. Steady you make right decision, you make the wrong turn. Look, listen, learn. Every time you not hear, them little finger, them maga burn. Look, listen, learn. Steady you.
I just can't live my life without you. I just can't live without your virtue. No. I just can't live my life without you. I just can't live without your virtue. Many times I tried to hide this feeling down inside. No, I can't hide the way I feel. When Lord, I know your love's for real, and the Son of Man has been revealed. I just can't live my life without you. No. I just can't live Shoulda, coulda, woulda, was going to die. Jesus came into my life. Holy Spirit got me back. Now my mind is right on track. Shoulda, coulda, woulda, was going to die. Jesus came into my life. Holy Spirit got me back. Now my mind is right on track. Every day is the next problem. Can't pay my bills, no money to spend. My children's school opening just now. How I gonna make it? Tell me how. I hear you saying, girl, you're not well. You take your life is straight to hell. Sitting in my room, my knife in hand. Thought to myself, this was a plan. 'Cause that was before I knew my purpose. Didn't have a clue that God had a plan for me. His timing worked perfectly. Shoulda, coulda, woulda, was going to die. Jesus came into my life. Holy Spirit got me back. Now my mind is right on track. Shoulda, coulda, woulda, was
To the hopeless and the seeking day. Trust in Jesus, He can make you wait. Oh, just put your faith. I tell you, He's never late. Call on the Lord and wait. Upon Him, just meditate. He'll bring you healing. He'll bring you healing. Jesus can kill any hopeless feeling. Full of a meaning, never no scheming. A whole heap of fasting and prayer we go dealing. A miracle, I coming your way. A miracle, I see you a day. A miracle, I coming your way. Oh, just upon the Lord, I will play what I say. A miracle, I coming your way. A miracle, I see you a day. A miracle, I coming your way. Oh, just upon the Lord, I will play what I say.
When
me say to all you this one going out. Aye, you again me say aye. You want me tell them, hear me now, let me sing again. Ha. I'm pleading you out, pleading you out. I'm pleading you out. You again, yeah, hear me now. Please turn around from them evil ways again. Don't be feeble. Satan's plan is to place some people inside your life, scramble you like cable. Turn around from them evil.
Adjust the light, adjust the light, adjust the light. Adjust the light, adjust the light, adjust the light. I'm a power, I'm a make it all night. Alright.
This little light of mine.
This little light.
I'm gonna let it shine.
Make it shine.
This little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine.
Turn it up.
This little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine.
Alright, we don't need not a gas, not a lighter. Shine your light, push it up a little brighter. Thank you, God, I am a lover, not a fighter. Holy Spirit, never hold your little tighter. You give me talent, give me gift, no me a writer. Free ready rhythm, dilly dally like a rider. Through the hill and through the valley with a light, yeah. Done with darkness, you see me right, yeah. Turn it up, darkness, turn it up. Starlight, moonlight, bright light, sun it up. Bad mind, witchcraft, evil, we burn it up. Switch on the light, everybody who don't hurry up.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine,
We got that one
I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
That's what I'm looking for. No house, no car. Not to be a superstar. Never run up or up what bar. Understand who you are and why. We preach as one under the sun. Living within community before God come. So let me see the anthem, them. Give him praises because they know the end of days is coming soon, wiping out our races. Generation, righteous faces. Don't find yourself in a wrongful places. Tongues. Don't save only the Almighty does. Because now we're on the ark when him send down the flood. The Bible said nobody couldn't go around the blood. That's why Christ died on the cross. Some people pray for the power of tongues. I pray for the power of love. That's what I'm wishing for. No house, no car. Not to be a superstar. Never a lover of war. Understand who you are and why.
I hear a voice one day. Sit out the tone straight. Just keep on walking, keep on moving my way. So I went on my way, praising God each day. For what he's doing, all his blessings, I just want to say, I want to be close to you, oh God. Wrapped up tightly in your arms, yeah. I want to be close to you, oh God.
So here, as usual, we have just a little bit about 13 more minutes on the inside. We're taking in at least 2-3 more song requests. So we open the floor for song requests. So any song that maybe lay on your heart that you want us to play, you can send it in, you can text us, you can comment. So you can WhatsApp us, you can even put it in the chat. The number is 403-1031. So let us know the song that you want to request. Let us know your request. And so just because of the time, we go just taking at least 3 songs. So send us the name of the song and maybe the artist, and we just play it. So here what the DJ tell me. My DJ come and tell me, asking me, let's see if I go succeed today.
DJ Nicholas on the show. No doubt, listen to the big mouth. Them believe that we are Christian, we are play people. Make them know so we harm and we dance.
So this request come from Donrick.
Tell the ranger first, Christian must in chat me.
So yeah, I was telling you.
Anyway,
Let me just talk a little bit on the music.
So when the enemy attack, pop off the
My DJ tell me, let me see if I will be successful with that.
tell me with from pop off the word.
How I interpret it, you mean like y'all won't type and I won't send no song request. That's how I interpret it. So then just flood up the they just flood up the place with all your song requests.
Listen, make gun down pride, shoot back slide, make gauge will run back to job side. Word to chart on arena, job bright. She take this straight road and left this slack side. Enemy used to say Christelle avoid, while him a tell me say right, not the right. Word convict me inside. No, man I bust up the word just like me paranoid. When the enemy attack, pop off the word. I want me turn back, pop off the word. Want tell me win from, pop off the word. Rock off the word, pop off the word. Want me smoke weed crack, pop off the word. Want me sing song whistle, pop off the word. Well if you have your Bible, pop off the word. Rock off the word, pop off the word. Listen, you them want fi confront them pull the wrong son. So you fast and pray for the month. Gabriel them ready fi hunt for them shot up a blood. Make pestilence and more than a gun. When we study how we load fast in change the mode. Make rolling car front left the road. Like to concrete and board gas beam and out of road.
I say what's true, but just keep it coming. Just because what the DJ tell me. Tell me, let me see if I was successful with that. So you trying to talk, don't talk, man. Trying to say how they won't send in no request. Just flood the place with songs.
Well, if you have your Bible, pop off the word. Rock off the word, pop off the word. So because of me, a man, me shoot. Just now, got this car, me have the target to the root. Word, me now go die, loot. This a one brown boy, where the devil just now go say cute. Some dead piece out, now be no flute. Train pan the
So the number is 403 1031. So send your request.
When I think about the goodness of
I find my DJ way too disrespectful.
my soul cries, hallelujah! Thank you, Jesus, for saving me. Come in, Sister Dawn. Sing about his faithfulness and his
So then listen, that's your song request.
sweet, I know. Sweet, I know. Storm clouds may rise and stormy winds may blow. I'll tell the world wherever I may go. I found a savior and he's sweet, I know. Some sweet day I'm going away. I'm gonna leave this world, no more to roam. Some sweet day when life is over. Some sweet day I'm going away. Sister Dawn, where you going? I know where I am going. I know. I know where I am going. I know. Joy bells are ringing, happy children are singing. I know where I am going. I know. What you gonna do when I get home?
Yes, sir. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Keep the song request coming. I find my DJ really kind of disrespectful, boy. He meant to tell me y'all wouldn't send in no request. Ask me if I was be successful with that. Joke he making. Right, I see them coming in. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. So this request is by Kingdom, right?
Yeah. 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 For side. Yeah. Many people may not see the picture, they give up on the dream. We call them quitter, try to speed up our cost plan, they want it quicker, but me stand firm, as it's written in the scripture. God know what's best for you, your life, he favor you. Stand firm, you see it true, you see it true, you see it true, see the glory.
And I still asking for them, just because I disrespect that DJ. I find it rather disrespectful, man. We don't allow him to play a song that come to his mind. We in control.
Father God, how my life preserved, and that's not an assumption. That is not an assumption. Look how far me I come from. Father God, how my life preserved, and that's not an assumption. That is not an assumption. Look how far me I come from. Them don't know where me start up. Them only know where me there. Them only know about the success, but them don't know about the failure. Them only know all my life before God when me fall on my knees on a regular. And them don't know how me be personally.
Sorry, so the next song.
Boy, I had this. I'm here for thank God for my bad days. I'm here for thank God for the struggle and the hustle make me broke up on myself and my bad ways. So me I'm growing out the grace of the Lord as me getting bigger. And me don't worry about the victory cause him are the winner. And when we walking through the valley of the shadow, we already had the table in a day with a chicken in the hand.
Alright, so Abby, that is young. And the last one we go play is Not a Car.
Oh Lord, easier. Alright, everywhere we go, them a ask me all kind of questions. You say, they wanna know where me smile it a come from. They wanna know where me joy it a come from. They wanna know where me hype so is the goodness of. Let me tell them, Jesus sweet. Smile again, Jesus sweet. Look how we make me dance again, dance again. Alright, it's easy. How every day you a laugh so. Me not remember a time you were so. Right to you on a hype so. Let me know where you're hiding under though. Alright, come see. Look food on me table. You not see shoes on me feet. Clothing and shelter, Jehovah Jireh, me provider. You wanna know where me smile it a come from. You wanna know where me joy it a come from. You wanna know how me dance so. It's the goodness of God make me want so. Jesus sweet, look how we make me smile again. Jesus sweet, look how we make me dance again, dance again.
Christmas of the dance to the jingle mouth. Alongside Jesus, mighty Son of the Almighty. Then okay, alrighty.
Spread the love, spread the love, spread the love.
The love of Jesus.
Spread the love, spread the love.
The Christmas love.
Spread the love, spread the love, share the love.
Why you say Jesus, spread it?
Spread the love, share the love, share the love. It's Christmas time again.
Christmas time again, Christmas time again.
Time of the King, when family share.
Another time they again.
Let the love of Jesus show.
Let it show, let it show.
Let your light so shine. Let the whole world know.
Make them know.
It's Christmas time again.
Why season come back quickly, man?
Time of the King.
So yeah, so we're gonna play with last song. Then the single continue that song after.
Was that your boy?
So we're gonna finish it off with another song request.
Here we go. Your word give me victory. Oh, 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 oh. Your grace give me wings to fly. Oh, 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 oh. Sing it again. Your word give me victory. Oh, oh, oh.
Yeah, well, as we bring the link up, Saturday to a close, we say good night to everyone. And we see you next week on Link Up.
Give me wings to fly. Oh, 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 oh. It's a new level. Fly on eagle's wings to the next level. The Spirit's taking me high, higher and high. I am not the same.
Hope 103.1 FM Grenada. Stay tuned for Hope on the Hill with Christ Child and Didon.
On the Christmas shop, the dance to the